Welcome, and thank you for allowing Toronto Public Library to be part of this important project. We're pleased to be able to share our knowledge and expertise with you. This presentation consists of 3 parts. The first 9 slides is a summarizing of the relationship between developing strong literacy skills and lifelong well-being, plus an overview of Toronto Public Library's Ready for Reading programs and resources. The second part looks at the Let's Get Ready for Reading guide that is in the bags you are giving to families and presents the guide in the context of 5 critical activities: talk, read, sing, play, and write. Discussing these activities with parents will encourage them to try them and will go a long way to developing the child's early literacy skills. Finally, there's a section at the end with further reading, source material, and links. Parents may not realize that communication starts at birth, and the first few years are the best opportunity for parents to develop their children's early literacy skills. A child whose mind is stimulated with books and language-related activities is at an advantage when compared to a child who is not read to. Parents who read to their kids are also spending quality time with their children, enhancing the bond between them and giving them opportunities to talk about things outside the scope of their everyday lives. This brings with it new words, new ideas, and new experiences, broadening their child's knowledge. Children who are read to every day will be better prepared when they enter kindergarten. Before a child can learn to read, she must master 6 pre-reading skills, which can be found listed in the table of contents to the Let's Get Ready for Reading guide. Acquiring these skills should not start at school, but at birth. The guide is structured around these 6 skills, but we want to emphasize the 5 activities: talk, read, sing, play, and write. Engaging in these activities every day will develop these skills. Being able to read and write are essential life skills. The development of early literacy skills through early experiences with books and stories is critically linked to a child's success in learning to read. The earlier you begin to read to children, the better language and reading skills they will develop. Reading to children from an early age will enhance their vocabularies, improve language skills, and encourage an interest in reading. And children who are good readers are usually the most successful learners and are more likely to graduate from high school and pursue post-secondary education. Developing their literacy skills early benefits them academically, economically, emotionally, and socially. Literacy is an important factor in a child's ability to look after herself well into adulthood and old age. Understanding how various diseases do and do not spread, being able to find all of the available services in the community, and being able to properly follow important instructions in order to recover or manage one's health all require good literacy. Ready for Reading features free, high-quality, research-based programs, services, resources, and spaces for parents and caregivers of children birth to 5 years old. The Ready for Reading program at Toronto Public Library is connected to everything we do for preschoolers, from book selection to programs to creating spaces where parents and children can discover literacy through play. All preschool programming or story times at the library are based on Ready for Reading principles. Importantly, parents and caregivers are participants. We hope not only to educate, but to empower and support parents and caregivers as their child's first and most important teachers. More specifically, we want parents to build their children's early literacy skills through fun, everyday activities, namely talking, reading, singing, playing, and writing. Parents and other caregivers are in the best position to help young children get ready to read simply because they spend the most time with them. Young children have short attention spans. Parents can find the best time to do activities for short bits of time throughout the day. Parents know their children best and can help them learn in ways and at times that are easiest for them. They are also positioned to capitalize on teachable moments. Parents are tremendous role models. If children see that the grown-ups closest to them value and enjoy reading, they will follow that lead. Children learn best by doing things, and they love doing things with their parents, so they should be read to and played with frequently. Play provides a wide range of benefits. Children are continuously learning all day long, and play is an essential part of their development. The brain's capacity for learning in these first 5 years is enormous. It is also one of the best opportunities for parents to help their children become good readers. Once again, the 5 activities: talk, read, sing, play, and write. These are activities that parents can do every day throughout the day with their child. These are experiences that all children need as part of their daily lives. They can be done indoors or outdoors, sitting or walking, at home or while running errands, at bed, bath, or meal times with a parent or with others. The next set of slides will discuss each of these activities, followed by excerpts from the library's resource guide. Children need to hear language in order to learn it. A parent should talk to his child at all times of day and not just about kid stuff. This will expand her vocabulary and knowledge of the world around her. This makes the child feel important and involved. Children also need to know they're being listened to and that what they say matters. Repeat what she says. It acknowledges she's been heard. Paraphrasing what she says lets her know she's been understood and allows her to hear new words and increase her own vocabulary. Although talk, read, sing, write, and play are separate practices, most of the suggestions in this guide involve doing more than one at a time. Using a puppet emphasizes playing, but it also involves talking. Reading to a child should involve pointing to a picture in the story and talking about it. The guide has many suggestions. Parents should try looking through a book with a child and talking about the pictures before reading it. The most important thing is getting a child interested and letting her imagination get to work. The value of reading a book will be reinforced all the more if parent and child read together. A parent who reads shows the child that it is a worthwhile activity. Spending time reading with the child also lets her know that she is important. A parent should choose books that will interest his child and let her choose as well. Enjoying books with a child will help her want to learn to read. Reading also indicates to children that print has meaning and is useful. Children also learn many new words from books and also learn about the world around them. When reading, be expressive. Try to match tone to the mood of the words. Characters having an argument should sound upset. Different characters should have different sounding voices. Don't be self-conscious. The story comes to life and makes more sense when read expressively. Add sound effects for car motors or animal sounds. The guide has a number of tips, such as pointing out particular words, indicating the left to right direction of English writing, and getting the message across that reading is a pleasure. Creating a special place to read makes reading an intimate and happy experience that your child will look forward to. There is a link at the end of this slide to show a reading of Without You from TPL's Ready for Reading website. Melanie gives each of the characters a distinct voice and narrates the story expressively. Singing gets across the flow of language by putting it to music. Rhythm calls attention to syllables. Rhyming also reinforces the sound of words. Lots of songs contain new words and, like books, are valuable for boosting a child's vocabulary. Parents should not have to worry about whether or not they sing well. They should also sing in the language that is most comfortable for them. Making up new songs is also a great way to play with language. Parents should be encouraged to sing often to and with their child. The guide has lots of songs, rhymes, and CD selections. These latter are also recommended for parents who are unfamiliar with the tune. Newcomer parents should also sing in their own language. Children play naturally, but a parent who takes the time to play with the child is stimulating her imagination and helping her learn. Even simple games like peekaboo and hide and seek do this. Like reading, imaginative play takes a child out of her everyday world and puts her in a new one with new words and new concepts. Play helps children put thoughts into words and enhances their thinking skills. Pretending in an imaginary environment also takes a child out of her immediate surroundings and allows new vocabulary to come up. Play also involves symbolic thinking. A sofa can be a horse or a bus. Play promotes problem-solving abilities. Play is an excellent opportunity for a child to direct her own learning at her own pace. Language and literacy are only some of the benefits. Mathematical concepts such as shapes and sortings are also learned. The guide has all sorts of play suggestions that range from toe tickler rhymes to making lists of things to take on a trip that start with a given letter or sound. Play is possibly the most appealing of the 5 activity types from a child's point of view. The more a parent imbues an interaction with a child with a sense of play, the more interesting it will be for her. Reading and writing are related. Scribbling, tracing, and drawing are important to developing writing and reading skills. Like all the other activities, you should write together. Writing activities also improve hand-eye coordination and fine and gross motor skills. Writing can involve using a crayon and paper, but need not. Moving magnetic letters around, cutting letters out of paper, sculpting them from plasticine, or tracing them on a child's hand or back are all ways to make writing interesting and fun. Some of the things parents can try with a child. Rearranging and substituting letters. For example, take a child's name, Pat, take away the P, and substitute a C, and you have cat. Tracing words. Draw a line around each letter. Repeat it in different colors. Throughout the guide, there are your turn questions and fill in the blanks. Filling them out personalizes the book and involves writing. Having good reading materials in waiting rooms creates opportunities for parents and children to interact and occupy themselves while they wait. You can find more suggestions in What Every Pediatric Professional Can Do to Promote Early Literacy and Early Learning from the American Academy of Pediatrics. There are 17 tips in all, and I have it at the notes at the end of this presentation. Reading material should be everywhere, but every home should include a spot for books and for reading. It should be well lit and offer comfortable places to sit together. There should also be materials handy for writing or drawing. There should be something to read for everyone in the household. Books, comics, newspapers, and magazines are all great. Young children's books should be within their reach. Toys and simple musical instruments like shakers and whistles can be added as well. When a parent goes out with his child, he should take along a book for her to read. We have a Ready for Reading section on our website and a Growing a Reader blog. We're in the process of further developing our web spaces for children. The Ready for Reading website is a supplementary resource to the Ready for Reading programs and guide. On our website, you'll find not only videos for rhymes, songs, and finger plays, but also additional information on skills and activities that build reading readiness. Ready for Reading programs at your local library, where to find Kid Stop's early literacy centers, and how to access the Ready for Reading collection, and much, much more. Through the Ready for Reading website, parents and caregivers can access the Growing a Reader blog. Posts are made by Toronto Public Library staff who possess a wide breadth of knowledge, creativity, and experience in introducing children to reading. The blog explores not only great books, graphic novels, and websites for children from birth to tweens, but also tips for parents and caregivers revolving around literacy, developing a love of reading, and all points in between. There are 8 of these Kid Stops in Toronto Public Library: Bloor Gladstone, Brentwood, Cedar Brae, Dufferin St. Clair, Fairview, Mount Dennis, S. Walter Stewart, and Thorncliffe. More are on their way. Hopefully there will soon be one in your area. The idea is for parents and caregivers to play at literacy-based activities with their child. Talking and singing to a child in the language the parent is most comfortable with still develops the important early literacy skills. It doesn't have to be English. If your patients are newcomers, there is a good chance we have some materials in their home language for all ages. There is an interactive map on our website where branches carrying collections in other languages are displayed. This can be viewed by following the link at the bottom of the slide. If the branch is too far away, the books can be delivered to a closer library. We also have some bilingual books, and the book above by Martha Jocelyn and Tom Slaughter, ABC x3, is trilingual. Dial a Story is a popular free service where stories for younger and older children can be listened to any time of day or night. Children can listen to stories in their home language or practice listening to stories in English. The stories change daily. These are websites you may want to recommend to parents. These are the main sources for this presentation, as well as more information. This is the last slide. Click the link to see Michelle reading a story. Please also click the link at the bottom for a 4-question feedback survey. Thank you for your time.